All right, it's your boy Fanon. Welcome back to the channel. We are going to be talking about Devin Haney, Royjones Jr., and Floyd Mayweather Jr., and the reaction to Devin Haney beating Vasily Lomachenko by unanimous decision in his fight that took place this Saturday. There's a lot of people up in arms both ways over this fight. A lot of people saying that Lomachenko won the fight. In fact, most people that I've spoken to and most people that have responded to the poll that I put up on this channel have said that Vasily Lomachenko was the person that they thought beat Devin the Dream Haney. But the three most important people, the three most influential people gave the fight to Devin Haney, so Devin Haney retained his title. But before we get into that, I just want to tell you real fast about today's sponsor, the Boxing Showtime app. It's a very useful app that keeps you updated on all things boxing, and you can keep up with the latest fights, where to watch them, the latest news, and a lot more. For any hardcore boxing fan like myself, and most likely all of y'all, I would definitely recommend downloading it. And it also is most definitely a big support to the channel. It's available for both Apple and Android, and you can find the link in the description below. Thanks for considering downloading Boxing Showtime's app. But let's get back into the subject matter of the video. Royjones Jr. was asked about what he thought about the fight. And he also talked about what he thinks Devin Haney should do next now that he beat Vasily Lomachenko in this controversial, or should I say unpopular decision. I have to say, though, just because it's unpopular doesn't mean that people can't see the fight the way that they see it. People say it was a close fight. Neither fighter really dominated. I can understand that. But in this particular instance, I really want people to pay attention to what Royjones Jr. said and what Floyd Mayweather Jr. did in these type of situations that Devin Haney are in. And I want you to note the difference between what fans of Devin Haney are saying about what is going to take place next and how it actually hurts Devin Haney and Devin Haney's quote unquote legacy and claim to be an old school throwback fighter. And that is rematch Vasily Lomachenko. This is a fight where if you look at it and you look at what Royjones Jr. did, Royjones Jr. had an unpopular decision win against Antonio Tarver. And when he fought Antonio Tarver, he got a lot of backlash, very similar to what is happening to Devin Haney. And what did he do? He went back in the ring and fought Antonio Tarver again. Now, the fight didn't turn out the way that he wanted it to, but he went back in and he settled the issue by giving Antonio Tarver another chance at that title, and Antonio Tarver won the fight. Floyd Mayweather Jr. has also been in close decisions where many people thought that he lost the fight. The first time that took place was against Jose Luis Castillo at lightweight. And after that decision went in his favor, he did what? He turned around and he fought Jose Luis Castillo again. And then he fought later in his career, he fought Marcos Maidana. Many people thought that Marcos Maidana won that fight, the first one. I didn't see how it was, but it was a good fight. What did Floyd Mayweather Jr. do? Floyd Mayweather Jr. went back and fought him again. We can also go to past champions like Jake LaMotta, who got a win over Sugar Ray Robinson. What did Jake LaMotta do? Even though he beat Sugar Ray Robinson, he fought him again. We can go over and over and over and over through history of boxing and show you examples of old school fighters. This is what people say they are. They say they're throwback fighters. If you are a throwback fighter, then prove that you are a throwback fighter and invite Vasily Lomachenko back into the ring and fight Vasily Lomachenko again, and then make the fight more convincing than he did the first time. But is that the conversation that people are having around Vasily Lomachenko and Devin Haney? No, it is not. They are saying, let's move on. I'm going to see how I can make the most money. Well, other than a Gervonta Tank Davis fight, it is very hard for me to imagine that there is more money in a fight right now than a Vasily Lomachenko rematch for Devin Haney. Have no clue how anybody at 140 is going to garner the interest of fight fans to pay for a pay-per-view. A Josh Taylor or a Teofimo Lopez or any of them more so than Vasily Lomachenko, especially when everybody believes, a lot of people believe, not everybody believes, a lot of people believe that Vasily Lomachenko won the fight. Now, here's a little tidbit that I'd like to add to it. How old school is it for somebody to get into the ring with you, namely Shakur Stevenson, a champion from the junior lightweight division? Please remember that 130 pounds, historically speaking, is the same as the 135 pound division. It's just smaller guys between 126, which is featherweight, and lightweight. You have Shakur Stevenson get into the ring, and Devin Haney refuses to even look at him, stop, and talk about a fight with him like old school fighters would do. I have a hard time believing that anybody like with Muhammad Ali ringside wants to get in there, wants to face off with Joe Frazier, or Joe Frazier wants to face off with Muhammad Ali. They didn't really let people get into the ring. I don't think at that point in time. TV's a little bit different. I think that stuff started really coming up a lot more in the 1980s. There's no way that if this man is actually let in the ring by the promoter, that they're going to walk out of the ring and refuse to talk about him and say, yeah, we may fight a few years from now. That is a problem from the perspective of what Devin Haney says he is trying to accomplish, which is legacy and being an old school fighter. Royjones Jr. and another fighter, Sean Porter, was talking about the fact that Devin Haney needs to fight Shakur Stevenson. And that is a very, very obvious fight that needs to take place. And I find it interesting that people will point out that Gervonta Davis needs to fight Devin Haney and what Gervonta Davis needs to do. But the same people will say nothing about Devin Haney needing to give Vasily Lomachenko a rematch. Vasily Lomachenko right now is going to file an objection or an appeal of the decision to the Nevada State Athletic Commission, which is absolutely positively not going to go anywhere. However, that doesn't mean that Devin Haney himself shouldn't say, look, you don't need to go to no commission. I'll whoop you again myself. But is anybody talking about that? Is anybody pushing that at all? No, not that I have heard. It is almost a foregone conclusion that he's not going to fight Vasily Lomachenko again. And when he says he's looking for the big fights, right? You cannot tell me a fight that would be bigger than the Lomachenko fight, the second Lomachenko fight, unless you are going to fight Gervonta Davis. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.